What's up guys, welcome to the Hardwin82 channel. I'm Adam and today we're gonna talk about how I am recording my videos for YouTube and how you can do it yourself. Nice and easy, nothing complicated, so let's jump into it. First of all guys, you need some kind of a software. So the software I'm using, it's called DaVinci Resolve. So let's have a look. This is the website you need to go. And yeah, it's for free. There is two versions. One is for free and the second version is paid. You will get some extra features, but this is nothing you have to worry right now. I made almost 50 videos using that software and I'm still using the free version, which is even more that I really need. Funny fact, this program is used by professionals, even by Hollywood, to make those fantastic scenes you see in the cinema. So yeah, it is an amazing program, but it's very simple to use and I'm gonna show you right now. So just go to this website, blackmagicdesign.com. Just press here. They will ask you a few questions like your name, surname, email address. You don't have to put your real one if you don't wanna. Just follow those steps and you will download the file. Will be around 2 gigs. Yeah, that's it. So when you're ready, just open it like I'm doing this right now. First thing you will see is this like a projects menu. Because I made shitloads of videos, I have some projects here waiting for me. But in your case, you will create a new project. Just press here, give it a name, and press create. Don't be too scared about this, what you see right now. This is very simple. And this video it's gonna be very simple, so just follow those few things and you will be okay. So the most important for you right now is this page. It's called edit page. You have media, you have cut, edit, fusion, color, fairlight, and deliver. To be fair, we will talk only about 2 pages, edit and deliver. So let's go to edit. You will see something like this. If you don't see this left side, what I have here, it's because you need to press those 2 buttons here. So we will be working with those 2 options on media pool and effects, nothing else at the moment. So first what you want to do is just quick check what kind of settings you have, because this is your first project. This video, at the moment you don't know what kind of resolution it's using, what kind of how many frames per second. So to do that, just go to File, then go to the project settings, and at the moment my settings looks like this. So we are working with a resolution, it's called Full HD, which is perfectly fine. Most of the videos at YouTube, for example, still use Full HD resolution. The amount of details is great, so you don't have to go crazy with 4K or something like that. Of course you can, if you want to go with 4K, you can just choose this, but I must warn you, for this you have to have really strong computer and shitloads of storage. So me, for example, I'm still using Full HD, but what I like to do, I like to make videos with 60 frames per second or at least 30. What does it mean exactly? Scientists says that human eye can cut up to 30 frames per second. So it doesn't matter really if the video is made with 45, 50 or 60 or even more frames per second, because human eye will not be able to catch it. But the reality is this: if you have a normal video like I'm talking to you right now, 30 frames per second is fine. If I recorded this video with 20 frames, for example, that movement with my arm, with my hand, will not be smooth. You will see some kind of jumps. So for a smooth video, you need at least 30 frames. Another general rule is this: if you record something fast, like moving objects, passing car, passing runner, it's better to use 60 frames. The video will be more smooth. You will watch it and you will have this nice feeling of that it's real. Okay, enough of this. For my purposes, and probably for yours as well, because this is your first video, 30 frames is absolutely fine. So I will just save it. Okay, so the project settings are ready. I am ready. Now we need to import our file. To do that, you can just simply, for example, I will use this video. I record it. I want to work with this. So I will just move it just by dragging to this media pool. The first thing he will ask me is, this video was recorded with different resolution, with different frames per second, and the question is, do you want to adjust your whole project to this video, or you wanna adjust the video to this project? Well, this video was recorded with 60 frames per second, and the project is using 30, and I wanna stay with that 30 frames. So, do you wanna change the project frame rate? No, don't change it. So, simple answer, if you see this, don't change. Also, I don't want to bore you too much, but this is important. Right button of your mouse, go to Properties, Details, and you have all information you need. So the video was recorded with full HD resolution, 1920 1080, with a 60 frames per second. Very important stuff. Because sometimes you have loads of videos and you don't know what resolution they were made it or what frame rate. Quick answer is there, Properties. Let's say for your purposes you want to use also other videos, so I will just use those as well. Boom. So okay, you have your video. Let's say you want to start with this one first. Just simply drag it here. In this section you have top and bottom. On the top you have video, on the bottom you have sound. For example, if I delete this by making cut, at the moment I have only video, the sound doesn't exist. Control Z, it's like going back one step. Your movie starts here where this red line is. So if I press play, or I can press it here, but I'm using shortcuts. I'm pressing space. The video goes, we have 1 second, 2 seconds, and nothing happens because my video starts at the 17 seconds. So to avoid situation like this, there are many methods, but I will make this video simple. To avoid situations like this, just simply move it to the left. That's it. So the video will start where it should. So we can see for a moment, I'm not saying anything because this line is flat. This is for the audio. So nothing happens here. I'm still trying to sort my things out. I'm starting talking here. So first thing I'm gonna do, and probably you will do as well, I'm gonna cut that piece here. Let's say I wanna start, I'm gonna start the video here, for example. Everything from here to the left side is not important. I will use option called blade, so I will just simply cut the video to pieces. Before we go further, one more thing. You see those few options are not marked. What that means exactly? So at the moment when I'm pressing at the video, only video is selected. If I press here, only audio. Most of the time that should be linked together. So because this is one video, so I want to work on this video. I don't want to work only on audio or only on video. So most of the time you need to have those two things linked together. So just simply mark them and use this option, link. So from now on, when I press wherever, this marks everything. Another very useful thing is this snapping tool. It's like a magnet. So for example, if this is not linked and I make a cut, let's say here, and I want to do another one with audio, I could simply make mistake and I could cut in the wrong place. and I want to be very precise. I want to cut exactly in the same place where I cut the video. So to do that, simply make this option on, and my cursor will stuck to this place. So when I'm making cut is exactly where I want it. So my blade option is still on. I need to disable that because I finished with this. I don't want to make more cuts. And to do that, you can press A on the keyboard, switching to selection mode, or press here if you want. So from here, I'm just pressing here or A. Okay, so I don't want this. I decided I don't want this. I can delete it. It's called ripple cut. Or I can cut it. The difference between those two is when I cut it, the space here stays untucked. If I ripple cut this, I'm not only deleting this piece of material, but also deleting this whole space. So the whole movie goes to the left. Sometimes it is what we want, but sometimes not necessarily. For example, if we have more layers, for example, if I add this video here, for example, and I want this video to be on top of my video just for a fraction of a second. Let's say I'm talking something and suddenly while I'm talking there is something on the screen. So when you ripple cut, you might have a problem with a whole setup. And I remember that was my big problem when I started editing video in this software. I couldn't fully understand what's going on. I was deleting this and everything suddenly was mixed. The video was not in the same place where it used to be, and I was like, what the heck is going on? And I was moving stuff around, and that was making me crazy. So I learned by my mistake to just using this option instead of this one. It's safer for me later for moving things around if I want. For me, at least, I have better control of what's going on. Okay, so you have a video, you will go through, you will cut the pieces you don't like. Again, blade. For example, here I made a small break for coffee. I don't want to show you this, so I'm gonna cut this. So I'm gonna cut that as well. In this case, I want to use ripple cut because this whole section is not important for me. So delete, or delete on the keyboard, or use the mouse, right button, ripple cut. So just go through the whole video, check what you don't want to use. For example, I want to use this as well. Boom, delete, maybe something here, delete. Just go through the whole video, just, you know, press play, watch it, decide, listen. Okay, let's say the video is ready and will look probably like this. Everything will be cut to the pieces. What else you want to do? For example, you want to add another video while you're talking, you want to show something. So nothing complicated, just drag this to the place you want, for example here, and have a look how this works. So I'm here and suddenly the video appears. It will be here for a few seconds and video disappears. What else you want to do? Any kind of changes you can do here in this section. Just play with this for a bit. For example, I want this video to be a little bit smaller. I don't want it to cover everything. So just use this. Other thing, position. Maybe you want to move it to the side. So X is a horizontal, Y vertical. Maybe you want to make it a little bit smaller again, so something like that. You can also use this option, transform. So when the transform is active, you can move with your mouse wherever you want. Let's say I want to here and a little bit smaller as well. So yeah, this is my perfect spot. Don't forget to disable this option. So again, how this will look. I'm here, I'm talking, and suddenly, boom, there's this video, and it will disappear after a few seconds. If you want to do something fancy with this, you can add, it's called transition. So have a look, video transition is here. Let's take first one. What will happen? Just drag and drop. But to show you how this looks, I will make it bigger again. It will be easier to explain what is happening. Okay, play again. I'm using keyboard space. You see, the video appears with this small transition. In the first fraction of a second, the video is not fully in. It's like 50% only. So you see me and you see the new video. Only after 1 second, you have a full view. If you want to make this transition longer, simply, this is the transition, simply just drag it. So now this whole thing will be longer. Probably too long. So just go back. Let's go back to original video. Let's say, okay, I'm in the middle of saying something, and for example, for a fraction of a second, I wanna make this bigger. So I'm just cutting this piece and make it bigger here. So this is the most basic stuff you can do. First of all, upload the video, drag it here, cut it to pieces, the things you don't want to have. Play with transition. For example, you have one scene and you want to go to another scene, and you want to do it in the fancy way. Use blade to mark the place you want to do it. Use one of those transitions. Just have a look what kind of things you can do. It's plenty of those. For example, I want to use this blur thing or cross dissolve or something else, like, oh, this is quite good for going from one scene to another. Just place it here. You can make it longer or shorter, and let's have a look how this will look like. Okay, just play with this. Okay, let's talk a little bit about audio.